about it. My first thought, my initial thought, and I know, look, we are in a world and we are in a society where we want to blame people. I understand that. Like, you want somebody to be culpable. First of all, you want people to be accountable. When you're around people that are accountable, you're usually around winners. But life just doesn't work that way, right? Like, people aren't going to always look directly at whether it's the camera or write it down or type up an email statement. Like, people just aren't going to accept blame for how things have turned out, right? And in this Baylor situation, there's one person to blame, and you really can't even blame him because he is suffering from the human condition, and it's Mack Rhoades. Shahan Jayaraza was on our show last week, and he got this right without getting it right, if that makes sense. We asked him on Thursday what he thought about the Baylor situation, and Shahan was clear on the fact that there was so much that was going to have to go on as far as bureaucracy was concerned within a college athletic department, board of regents, whatever, because you have an athletic director who went off the grid, right? Like, mentally, for whatever reason, we don't know, but I am going to give him a pass because I do believe he's suffering from some circumstance of the human condition. I know that I have suffered from before. I have seen people all around my life suffer from certain things before. This guy is in a position of power. So when he suffers from it, everybody is in the know about it, right now, talking about Mack Rhoades. But, like, if Mack Rhoades doesn't completely lose his mind, right, then he is still the athletic director, and Baylor is able to make a prudent decision right about now, maybe, or before last Friday's game, or maybe right after, to say, hey, Dave Aranda and the university are going to part ways, right? Like, there's no more future with Dave and the university together that looks like it would suit anybody. Because at the end of the day, like, I was talking to Chris Visser about this before the show. You keep serving people meatloaf over and over again, they're going to be like, I'm good on the meatloaf, right? Like, and that's where the Baylor fan base is at. And unfortunately, they are at that point. If you're just joining us, we were talking about how with the Cowboys, there's never apathy, right? Which is the opposite of love. Right now with Baylor, with the Cowboys, it's either love or hate. With Baylor, there's apathy, man. And it's bad with the football team. I hate that it's bad, but it's bad. And so does Dr. Livingstone, and so does Dave Aranda, for that matter. So do members of his staff and members of the football team. They've got to hate what's going on. But the one thread in this whole thing that has triggered this whole situation is the Mack Rhoades behavior that led to him and the university parting ways. That now, I believed Shahan had told us Thursday morning that the process to alleviate the situation with Mack and both sides coming to an agreement was going to take a long time. It did not. Later on in the day, they came to that agreement, right? So I think a lot of us, myself included, got our, for lack of a better term, because I don't ever want to see like people lose their jobs, but this is sports. This is what happens, right? Every GM or coach gets fired at some point. That's just how it goes. You hate to see people have to relocate and there's kids involved, blah, blah, blah. Okay. But I had my hopes up after I heard about the separation agreement on Thursday that something was going to happen rather quickly with the football hiring of a head coach. I figured, okay, now they can go ahead, hire an athletic director and hire a head coach. I have since talked to people in college athletics, big-time college administration, who have told me it is not that easy. It is not that easy. This is not the NFL where you can fire a president and general manager, right? Somebody who has both those roles, and relieve a coach and hire a coach the next day under a new general manager that you hired the same day. Like, this is different because there's so many different avenues and checks and balances when it comes to a situation like this. Bad move by Dr. Linda Livingstone? If you think so, I would look no further to the point that she's not an athletic director. And I think that she is literally playing with the cards she was dealt. So if there's one person to blame, it's Mack Rhoades, right? It is Mack Rhoades. And if there's one situation to be disappointed about. It is the lack of creativity and urgency by the athletic department to not find a way to pull the trigger quickly and to make a move quicker on the hiring of an athletic director, subsequently a coach. It's very clear that it was going to be extremely difficult to do that, right? To expedite that process, which I think, and this is props to Dr. Livingstone. You got to say it, man. I'm sorry. She came out, she made the decision. She was right there to take all the crap. She put her name on it. She put the letter out there, and she got behind Dave Aranda, and that's why she's the president of the kick-ass university. I know you're not happy with the football team right now, but you can't take away what this school is, what it means, and the quality of Baylor as an institution, right? She's the president of said institution. She's got experience as an athlete, was a Division I basketball player at Oklahoma State. Like, she's not new to all this, right? She's done a hell of a job as a president. Maybe this isn't exactly a situation that she's totally comfortable with, but she had to, my old news director, God bless him, Bob Walters, who is still at KWTX. I remember him telling a producer this one time, and it really was like instruction I think everybody can take with them. Like, when you're in a situation where a decision needs to be made, right? And it's very clear that, like, on both, like, this thing could go either way. Make a decision. Make a decision. If you're a guy going on a date with a girl for the first time, dude, make a decision. She'll be more interested in you, okay? Like, if you're on the fence, hemming and hawing, and you can't make a decision, it usually leads to your situation becoming more and more difficult to work out from under. With that said, I want to bring in a guy who knows